What's going on YouTube? It's Dwayne back in for another video, back in for another reaction, and today we have a video that's a bit different from what I normally do, but it's about Eminem. I love Eminem, one of the greatest rappers of all time, or I think he's one of the greatest rappers of all time. But this is also going to be a video about rappers in the game, talking about Eminem and how he is the greatest. In my opinion, he is. In my opinion, he is the greatest rapper we have ever seen in our time. Yeah, one of the greatest, top 3 easily. But you know, people hate, people like to say, oh, Eminem's not top 3 because he don't talk about things that I can relate to. You know, he's not gangster rapper, he's not black, he's not, you know, he's not about the culture, blah, 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 blah. It's nonsense. Nonsense. Any musician, you don't have to be a rapper, you don't have to be a singer, you don't have to, any musician can listen to Eminem from any genre of music and be like, this guy knows his craft, he knows how to rap, he's undeniable. So let's get into it, man. I'm rambling, let's get into it, let's see what they have to say. Don't take my advice for it. Let's go.
The first one we did a song called Renegade. Yeah. And yeah.
Renegade is a tune, man. Oh my, and Eminem, the way he came into that, oh my gosh. Eminem eats Renegade. I'm sorry, Jay-Z he got devoured on that beat.
And it was really good.
You see, I'm in the position to tell these kids to listen. And what did you say that, man? I'm just thinking about the song now. And if the shoe fits, to wear it. You know the verse I'm talking about. He eats it, man. Jeez.
It was really, really good.
And what the tours strike? It's not a tour.
You make really good songs, you become friends.
Yeah, it's just 2 dates so far as we know now in September.
Yeah,
Detroit,
one in Detroit,
yeah.
One in New York, which is great, you know, for Detroit and everything,
yeah.
Everything that's going on in Detroit.
Yes, it's a lovely gesture
because I'm gonna be hot.
Yeah. And why haven't you guys done something like this earlier?
M is a notorious non-Torah.
Notorious non-Torah. Oh, that's a little bit of wordplay, isn't it?
He's like, come on, man. Do you know who I am?
You call his name is Marshall. I didn't want to call him. I didn't know what to call him.
Yeah, but we call him M.
I know. But what should I have called him anything?
M. Yeah.
See, like I could just call you Jay.
MJ?
Yeah, MJ, yeah. Now tell me...
Yo, we didn't even think about that.
What's that?
The play on MJ, like the greatest basketball player ever played the game.
Oh, well.
I don't have the accolades that connect to the performance of my music. I don't have the trophies that match how big the actual records are. The one Grammy I have is for Crack a Bottle. I couldn't even have that without him. You know, and that's why I have so much value for him, not just in my career, just in my life, because he's a guy that, one of my best friends, because I can trust that he's going to be honest with his constructive criticism when it's time to listen to the music before it goes out. He's the only person that did.
Yeah, like Eminem owes a lot. Sorry, 50 Cent owes a lot to Eminem for putting him on. You know what I mean? Putting him on and, you know, helping him being integral to 50 Cent's career. So yeah, I could tell 50's got a lot of love for Eminem. And yeah, he respects him. I can tell anytime anyone asks 50 about M, 50 just got nothing but praise. So I'm not surprised.
Things that I wanted to do. He had the Marshall Mathers LP with 23 million records sold with flags all around the plaque. And I was like, yo, I want that. I want that kind of success. And I know I had to go door to door to get it because I'm not M. See, hip hop is black music. without question. And unfortunately for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists.
Let me pause that. I agree with him, and to a certain extent. I don't agree with the way he worded it, like hip hop is black music. So it's black in origin. So it's black in origin in terms like we created the genre and the style of music. But the wonderful thing about music is anyone can be part of music. Do you know what I mean? As long as you're part of the culture, you learn the culture, you enjoy the culture, you absorb it, anyone can regurgitate culture. Like anyone can regurgitate culture. Like I know white kids back in England that are more black culturally than me. Fact. More black culturally than me because they've been around black culture so much. They speak more black than me. They have So the him saying that hip hop is black, it's not. It's not. But the gatekeepers of hip hop feel like they can. The gatekeepers of hip hop feel like they can say whatever they want and feel like anybody who's from another race or other genre of music, you're not real hip hop if you're not black. You're not real hip hop if you're not gangster. You're not real hip hop if you're not from the hood. Hip hop's past that now, man. Hip hop's international. Hip hop's in Britain. It's in France. It's in America. It's in Africa. It's in the Caribbean. It's all over the world. It's in Australia, China. You know what I mean? It's everywhere. Korea. You know, hip hop is international now. We're not the gatekeepers, or African Americans are not the gatekeepers of hip hop anymore. You understand? So people just need to get off the old school guys need to get off their high horse and give Eminem his flowers. Because without Eminem, the genre wouldn't have gone international. Eminem is one of the reasons why hip hop is now internationally renowned and why many rappers today have a platform to stand on, like the Drakes, you know, like the Kendrick Lamars. You know, they can come to England now and do music. They can come to England now and sell records because M came and smashed it and opened those doors for those artists. So yeah, people need to respect his name, man. Put some respect on Eminem's name, man.
It is what it is. You know, and you could put either one. You could get whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with them, and he will eat that alive. Right now,
Facts.
if you had him.
Facts. He's probably the most feared commercial hip hop rapper. Period. Like he'll eat other rappers alive. You don't want to send for Ren. You don't want to send for M. Not Ren. You don't want to send for Ren either, but yeah.
Prepare themselves in whatever way they would have to prepare themselves to come to battle, and I bet what I have, everything I have, that meatloaf, we put you right there, and any other competition that we would put these artists in, he's obviously surpassed them. You know, there's points that they'll match, like M and J at points. That was Live Nation. Because he sold his touring career to Live Nation, they got to keep him hot enough to go get their money back. So they match him up with him, put them together, because he got momentum connected to his relationship with Beyonce and his record with Alicia. It makes sense. It makes sense that it's the Detroit, New York show, but it only makes sense to me because of business. It makes sense because M sold like 60 million records more than him. How you put them there like they're equals?
Yo, that's controversial, bro. Man basically said, yeah, Jay-Z is nowhere near Eminem. As a rapper, I agree, man. I agree. I don't. I rate Jay, but I never thought Jay was on the level of Eminem, and I never understood the hype of Jay-Z. He's great. He's a great rapper, but he's not. I think he's overrated. Just my opinion.
It's tough for me to say some of this. I sound like a hater, but I don't care.
Eminem's the king of hip hop. Lyrically, the execution, his knowledge of the craft, his respect for the craft, that he pays homage a lot, and I think that he's still spitting that hard shit.
Hip hop at the time.
I don't know who the guy was on the one that was laughing. He's a hater. That's a hater. Cause M's undeniable.
Them came out more than ever, was more biased and more racial than ever.
Right.
There's no way hip hop would have gave it up to a white boy
100%.
unless he was fucking phenomenal.
Facts. Absolute facts. There's no way the gatekeepers of hip hop and hip hop itself, they gave Eminem a tough time from his come up in the battle scene. He even spoke about it in, even in his movie, like that was partially true events. And like, he had a tough time coming up and nobody gave him a handout. So he had to come and be the sickest rapper, the sickest white rapper you'd ever see. And he did. And he did that. He was hungry and he made it.
And when he came out, he was so nasty.
Yeah.
Niggas, that's what she's saying. Niggas did not want it was a lot of niggas. Why they didn't give him the smoke when he came out?
Right.
Literally.
Nobody wanted to
And
smoke.
we heard from Dre how hard it was to get people to accept it.
No,
you know?
we ain't gotta hear it from Dre.
Yeah.
We know the truth, nigga. We are hip hop.
Right. Now, wait,
You see that fucking picture back there, the XL with Slick Rick, with Kool Herc, with Fat Joe, Rakim, nigga. We are hip hop. We know hip hop. They would have never gave that nigga that lane right there, Eminem. He was phenomenal.
In my mind, he's the greatest rapper that ever
Facts.
lived.
Yeah.
And that's arguably whatever you want. We can debate on this all day.
That's for sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm saying M is the greatest rapper of all times in my mind.
That's what I said.
Okay.
the greatest rapper infinity all time is Eminem. But Eminem and Jay go hand in hand, man. It's just
But wait a minute. Didn't he just send for Eminem not long ago? On his latest album, he has a track going at Eminem. So I'm saying, bro, like, why are you saying that he's the greatest, but then you're like coming for him? So many haters. M's got so many haters. Everyone wants Eminem's spot, as the greatest rapper of all time. Everybody wants that spot, but no one's come close yet.
you can't say Jay without saying Eminem because they're both collectively great artists. They've sold, they got it all. They got it all, man.
Give me
Kendrick.
Jay. This in any order too. Give me M, give me Pac, give me Big, and give me Snoop. These all
Fire.
Yep.
That's a fire five.
That's his top five.
These are the cats that inspire me like the most
Mm-hmm.
in doing music for sure. And if you break down how I approach lyrics, you can hear the influence each and every one of these dudes.
You literally can. You can hear Pac in him. You can hear M in him. You can hear the West Coast Snoop in him. You can hear all them artists. You can hear the J. He's right, actually. Yeah, that also is why That's also why Eminem is one of the greatest. It's also why Kendrick is one of the greatest. Eminem's one of the greatest because he also embodied a lot of rappers, and he studied a lot of rappers and studied the craft. That's what makes Eminem great. Kendrick's basically done the exact same thing, studied the greats, and now he's one of the greats. Let's go.
There's not one nigga in the industry I feel like if it was ever like a thing like that, and it was ever like a lyric for lyrics, or we going record for record, or we going diss record for diss record, or we going whatever the case is, I really genuinely don't feel like it's a nigga out there that could fuck with me. Somebody would have to do something just so immaculate, something that's just like, you know what I'm saying? The only nigga I've ever felt like, all right, there's some pockets that niggas touched that I've never touched before is M. I've never ever felt like, there's like a million pockets in the world I feel like there's not one pocket in the world that I really can't touch if I put my mind to it. But I've heard some crazy shit from him. I've heard some sort of pockets from him.
Yo, Meek Mill, not Meek Mill. I want to say Meek Mill. I read Meek Mill. Sorry, that's Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez. It's a shame, you know. He's a shame because he's super talented, great singer, even greater rapper. But obviously now he's in prison, right? He could have been highly respected, but it's just the way that he held himself, innit? Like the way he moved a bit sideways, and yeah, I don't really like him. But he's a great rapper, and even he's saying, as arrogant as he is, that M's the only one where he feels like he can't reach that pocket or can't fit in that pocket.
You can be someone, you know, like Eminem and just have amazing cadence, and like it's like almost like the syncopation and like. I sit back with this act, and this back, and this back, and this act, and this and you know, you almost become.
Woo! Needed to be on this earth. I've been cursed. I've been birthed. Hey, on this earth, I've been cursed. It's berserk or something like that. Bruh. I will be reacting to some Eminem soon. Guy, it's crazy, man.
It's percussion, you know, inside the music.
Oh my God. I sit back with this pack, it's this ass in this bag, and this weed, it gives me needed to be the most meanest MC on this earth. Since birth, I've been cursed with this curse, it just curtain, just blurt, this berserk, and this dark, it works, and it helps in itself.
I've heard you rap. I've heard pieces of that in your freestyling before.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like, did this just blow your mind at the time?
Okay, so this is the wordsmith. Eminem is the wordsmith. He's the guy who takes consonant clusters and compound syllable structure, and he bends words. He's the word bender.
Have you heard any of Eminem's new project?
No, I haven't, man, but I'm a fan of Eminem. I love him, man.
Oh, we already know, man.
He's the baddest white rapper to ever live.
Dog, right?
Fucking great white American hope.
Yeah, man.
You know what?
Great white American hope.
So I think we drafted him. Yeah, I think we drafted him. He's a nigga now. We gave up. Who did we give up for him?
Who did y'all give
up for
Eminem? What nigga did we give up for Eminem? We gave up somebody.
Not Michael Rappaport.
No, he with us. He was, that nigga already with us. I'm talking about which black person did we sell to the white folks?
Stacey Dash.
No, I don't. Who was the sellout? Was it Stacey Dash?
Stacey Dash.
Yeah, Stacey. Get that bitch. Get.
Yeah,
we'll take Eminem.
That voted for Trump. Girl.
Which one?
Chrisette Michelle.
They keep saying
Bye. We get rid of.
Who else?
Two. We got two. That's a two-way trade. Them two bitches for Eminem.
Love it. Yeah.
M's back.
Eminem is Eminem. If you know
the game again. You see what I mean, blood? Then, but he's sending for Eminem on tracks. He's trying to send for Eminem on tracks, but then he's giving Eminem love early on in his career. Yeah, see, it's them snakes there, man. You know what it is? Your rivals are your biggest fans. You know what I mean? I'm telling you now, your haters are your biggest fans.
Notice in hip hop, Eminem is the only rapper that nobody ever wants a problem with, including myself, man. Eminem is like the most.
So then why are you sending for him when you know?
50 and me and Dre wasn't seeing eye to eye, man. I stayed away from the white dude, because he a problem. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, I don't think it's a rapper he won't slay, and you don't even want a war with Eminem. He crazy.
He was talking about how he was gonna pick fights if he were to come at you.
Yeah.
With like a industry beef. What would you have done?
Run. Yeah, Eminem is. You don't understand. I'm a hip hop artist, and I'm one of the biggest ones in the world. You don't want a beef with Eminem. He shreds.
Yeah, you don't want
he
that.
shreds MCs, like for real. And I ain't his best friend or nothing. I'm just saying I understand that he can't be seen by nobody. Jay know, everybody know. You don't mess with the white boy.
Don't mess with the white boy.
And to me, he's the extreme lyricist when it comes to wordplay and all that, the emotion and everything. So I would like to, a lot of people just want to hear us on a track to see who would win. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how I sound next to who I deem the best rapper.
Wow, the best rapper.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's a lot of good rappers.
Hey, Sway. That sounded a bit, and I don't know. He was like, best rapper, damn, best rapper, damn, best rapper. Yes, best rapper. Best rapper. Blood, I just feel like, bro, because Sway's from that school of some of the gatekeepers of hip hop, you know what I mean? He's from the old school, and they don't want to give Eminem his flowers. They don't want to give Eminem his props. It's like, oh, yeah, I just can't, I don't know if I can, I'm just not too sure, man. I'm not too sure, man. How can he be the best rapper when there's other rap? Listen, he is the GOAT of hip hop, and you could easily give Eminem the crown. Me personally, like if someone said to me, held a gun to my head, I said, you need to choose now the greatest rapper of all time, I'm going to give it to Eminem. I wouldn't feel any type of way giving it to him. There's no one else that I'd feel confident giving that crown to. Not Jay, not Biggie, not Tupac. Because at the end of the day, blood, they were good at what they were good at. But when you're talking about all-round rapper, storyteller, wordsmith, game changer, M's that guy.
Out there, great rappers out there.
Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem blew you away.
Yeah. That dude was phenomenal.
As someone who's known to be such a lyricist, what is it about
I don't like Vlad, man. I feel like Vlad is this. I don't know what Vlad. I don't know what he looks like. The guy behind the camera. I don't like him, though, man. He's very sensational. Like he sensationalizes a lot of things, man. Like glorifies gun violence and all that. I don't know, man. He just sounds untrustworthy. I've heard him interview British rappers as well. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan.
Eminem's lyricism that blows G-Rap away.
It's his wordplay, it's his wittiness, it's his how he gets it across, his attitude and his passion, his flow. It's everything. It's like he got the whole package.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing that I thought about Nas, and the same thing I thought about Jay-Z.
What did it got it going on? Wait, hold on. Yeah, what's it? Human sacrifice, cannibalism. Hey, mammals having sex with them. Jeez, camels, mammals, and that. Listen, exorcism. Listen, Eminem, bro. You. When I think, he's like, you know who else I forget? Like, is incredible. Like Michael Jackson. Like people forget the levels. People forget the levels, because they've been silent for a while or they're not really in the public eye. You forget the levels, and then you get reminded of certain songs that they've done, and you're like, "Yo, who's rapping like that? Who? Tell me who." And don't mention any other rapper because no one's rapping like that. Blood, not even Kendrick, not even Harry. And I love those guys, but like they're not rapping like that. It's some crazy, like, Eminem was different, man. Eminem was
Shout out to Pac. Without him, I wouldn't be here, believe it or not. Shout out to Eminem, same situation.
Who is that, bro? Nah, man, do not rap on the way I am. I'm sorry, I know he's giving, I don't know who he is. Or is it Juice WRLD? I can see something like Juice. I don't know who he is. So I don't know, but like, get off the way I am, man. No one should ride the way I am because the way Eminem killed that beat, blood. Like, just leave it alone.
All his old shit. That's like a part of who I am. I wouldn't be who I am without Eminem's music.
lyricist and what he meant as an artist to this rap game, yeah, I would put Nas in the same category.
Sure.
I don't think Nas is bigger than Eminem.
All right.
See, M is more of a lyricist than a rapper to me. And
let me rewind to the Nas situation. Yeah, I can't put Nas and Eminem in the same category. Nas is incredible in terms of a storyteller. Nas is amazing. As a conscious rapper, he's amazing as well. But M is just, yeah, it's different, man. You can't put them in the same category, but I can put them in, they're the greats. They're in top 5. Yeah. And this one said, Eminem's a lyricist. Is this a diss or is this in praising him?
you know, like some of the people you just named, like Face is more like a he became a lyricist, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Nas is more of a street rapper, he's a lyricist. Eminem don't speak on like a lot of street shit. He deal with, you know, personal shit that happened to him. But what I'm amazed at Em is his writing form.
If there was no hip hop, this guy might have wrote books, you mean? Writing is in him, that's what you mean.
You know what I mean?
With or without music.
Word is born. And I feel with the talents that he have, if he would have been black, he would have been just as good, you know what I mean? Because, you know, a lot of, you know, some black rappers, they got gimmicks with them, and the gimmick could get them over more than they rap, you know what I mean? M's lyrics speak for itself. So if he would have came, you know, maybe he wouldn't have sold as many records as he sells, but I think he would have still been nasty, black or white.
Yeah, I just wish he would do less of that 50 Cent bullshit and more white trash shit. I don't care about the theme of the track. I just wish it would be more stuff like Stan or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then when he tries to get in that gangster shit don't fit him, that's not him.
Yeah, like Stan. Stan. Yeah, that's what I mean. When he came out, he was groundbreaking. Like no other rapper was speaking from his experience. You know, it was dominated by black people. And, you know, a lot of the stories that were told, you know, in rap were of black ghettos, black struggle, black power, black excellence, all these different things, man. Like, that's what hip-hop was all about, bitches, hoes, and cars. That's what hip-hop was about. But then when M came out, he was talking about the trailer parts. He was talking about drug addicts, but taking hardcore drugs and, like, just stuff that, you know, as African Americans, I think, you know, it wasn't spoken about in hip hop, and M really like broke ground, and there were a lot of, especially young white Americans who really related to Eminem, and he took the genre somewhere else, man. He took the genre somewhere else. So like to not give Eminem his flowers, and he elevated hip hop and made it international. You know, for blood. I was in school. Listen here. I remember being in school when Eminem came out. Show my age. Yeah, I was really young, but I remember every single white boy in my school dyeing their hair blonde. Bruh, that is the level of reach Eminem had. He had all the white boys in my school literally tripping, dyeing their hair blonde, man, like trying to act black. Like Eminem is the most influential rapper of our time. The most influential rapper of our time. I think the only other person I can think is maybe as influential as Eminem is Kanye West. But even then, Eminem is just